Morning, boys and girls. Good morning, parents. It's Mr. Dean. It's Monday, and we're going to start out the week the right way with our morning song. So I do have my ukulele with me, and I hope that you'll sing along. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, let's go. I woke up this morning feeling absolutely fine. I was ready to start a brand new day with all these friends of mine. And I said, oh, 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 oh. Hey, 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 here we go, oh, oh. Another brand new day. I'm ready for anything that might come my way. Today I'm gonna do my best and everything will be okay. And I'll say, oh, 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 oh. Hey, 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 here we go, oh, oh. Another brand new day. I'm not gonna worry. I'm not gonna fret, no way. Yesterday is a memory. Tomorrow's not here yet. Oh, 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 oh. Hey, 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 here we go, oh, oh. Another brand new day. Sing that again. Another brand new day. One last time. Another brand new day. Bum, bum. Nice job. And now we're going to greet each other. This is going to be kind of weird because we're so far apart, but I thought if I greeted you through the screen, you could pass that along to whoever is at home with you. Hopefully you got a couple of people there with you to say hello to. Pets can be greeted. That's okay too. They need love as well. We've been reading about that. Animals can show love. They need love. Real simple greeting. It's just an elbow, and you say good morning to that person. So I'm going to do it to you first, and then you can greet your family and your pets. Are you ready? So here we go. So boom, boom, and I say good morning, class. You say good morning, Mr. Dean, and now please greet the people in your home. I hope that you're finished. If you had more than that, like people in your home, that's great. The more the merrier. Morning message. I have one written out for you, and you know the deal. In this remote learning environment, I'm going to flip the camera off me, point at the morning message, and I'm going to read it aloud to you.
All right, here we go. Starting up top with the date. Today's date is Monday, March 23rd. 2020. Eek! That's 3/23/20. Greeting. Hello, friends. Woohoo! Happy Monday to you. Woohoo! How was your weekend?
We will read about how a woman works to save gorillas.
Eek! I wonder if she knows Coco and Penny. Eek! Have a wonderful day. Woohoo! Love, Mr. Dean.
All right. One of the first things that I'm going to ask you to do this morning is to take some time and write all about your weekend. Because in the morning message, I asked you, how was your weekend? Well, now's your chance to tell me. You take out your morning journal packet. Okay, so I've prepared mine, and I'd like to show it to you now. All right, see, this is something that I did over the weekend. I'm just letting you get a good look at the picture there. Okay, and now I'm going to take a moment to read it to you. And here's what I said.
One thing I did this weekend was go on a walk with Honey. I listened to music, and Honey climbed on rocks. The sunshine on my face felt so good. And I just want to point out a couple of things that I want you to concentrate when you are making your morning journal. Make sure that you begin every sentence with a capital letter. Did I do that? Yes, I did. Okay? Make sure that you stay consistent with the size of your letters. Okay? So take a look at mine, I have letters that are tall, I have letters that are short. I have some that dip their feet underneath the line, just like that. But I made sure that if the letter's supposed to be tall, I made it tall. Okay? Also notice, I've got space between my words. It makes it so much easier on the reader when they go back to look at what you've written. They could tell where words start and where words end. It's important, okay? So please look out for those things in your writing and share away with me all about your weekend.
Okay, just like Friday, I'm going to ask you to go into your green overview packet and find this page. I would like you to read through those words. If the word needs to be decoded, that means breaking it apart sound by sound. You should do that. After you've decoded the whole word, read the whole word. For example, I'm going to pick one here, like this one. If I go k-it-e, kitty, kitty. It's important that you say the whole word after you decode the word. And then on the bottom are your high frequency words for this week, so you can run through those and make sure that you can recognize them and read them. Okay? Next thing is you're going to go into your literary anthology book and you're going to find a nonfiction text called Saving Mountain Gorillas. And if you want to know how I got there so fast, I went to the table of contents in the beginning and I found out that this story was on page 138. So please do the same. Look in your table of contents, find that page number, page 138, Saving Mountain Gorillas. Just like the last nonfiction text, I want you to be on the lookout for those text features that give us more information about the topic. Okay? And if you remember, those were, this one does not have headings, but there were headings in the previous stories. All right? There are captions. Remember, like this one. They tell more about the photograph. Those are what we're going to see in this nonfiction text. So I'm going to go up top, and it tells me compare texts. Ooh, say compare. Compare. That's seeing how things are the same. And you could also talk about how they're different. Okay? Read about how a woman works to save gorillas. I'm going to ask you to read that with your adult. Once you've read it once, you could read it again because it's so short. Okay? And then I want you to bring your attention down to the bottom where it says make connections. And here is the question. How is Penny's job with Coco the same as Helen's job with the gorillas? How is it different? How is it alike? And how is it different? You're going to go into your reader's response journal packet. And I think it's the 3rd page. And there are several lines that are here. I'm asking for 1 sentence for each question. Tell me, in your words, on the lines, how is one way that Penny's job is like Helen's job? And also tell me one way that it's different. If you need to go back to Coco and Penny, there's nothing wrong with that. Good readers do that all of the time. Reread what you read yesterday. And honestly, it was Friday. It was last week. Remind yourself about Coco and Penny before you go to write on the lines. 2 sentences. And you can tell your adult a solid 1st grade sentence is 5 words or more. Okay, so anything less than 5 words, you need to think, how could we flesh this out? How can we make this a more interesting sentence to the reader? Next, I want you to practice a vocabulary strategy of identifying, means noticing and looking for the root word of the words that you read and you write. So I'm going to read what it says at the top here. I said, a root word is a word that can stand alone, you can add letters to make a new word. We've talked about this before, and here's a couple of examples. This word is look plus ed, or ed, equals looked. Say that with me. Looked. Can you tell your adult the root word? Which is the word that stands alone, that we added letters to? Look. Exactly. And here, you could take your hand and you let's do it over here. You cover up those extra letters to show just the root word. You can ask your reader that question anytime there is a root word and there are letters added to it. Anytime. Next one, I said look plus ing equals looking. Read that with me. Looking. Can you tell your adult the root word? Yeah, that's right. Cover up ing and show yourself just look. Again, look. Well done. Now you're going to practice this skill in your practice packet, okay? This is page 206. The information I just went over with you is at the top of that page, and then the directions underneath say this. Read the word. Write the root word on the line. So you look at the picture, you read the word, and write only the root word on the line. Okay, so to sum up what I'm looking for literacy today, that you can take photographs of and email to me to get credit, the first thing is writing about your weekend. Okay, the next item I'd like to see is your response in the reader's response packet about how Helen and Penny are alike and how they're different. And then the last thing for literacy is page 206, practicing identifying the root word.